what's up you guys, it's me Luke and welcome back to another video, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I post commentary and critique and reaction videos on basically anything on the internet that interests me, ranging from pop culture to internet culture and anything in between. So if any of that interests you, then be sure to go ahead and subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. Alrighty guys, so today's video is another video where we dive on into the drama. I've done two videos like these now where we basically just cover a bunch of little mini stories that have been going on in the YouTube community. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about several different stories. We have stories about Haley Pham, Bretman Rock, Nikita Dragun, Tana Mongeau, Trisha Paytas, Jeffree Star, Dawson Ryland Adams. So without further ado, let's get into it because I'm about to dive in to the drama. Let's get it. So first up, we have Haley Pham. So if you do not know and you've been living under a rock, Texas is going through a bit of a blizzard or snowstorm, I guess you would say. And they're not equipped to deal with that because it doesn't typically snow in Texas. So there are people losing their power, losing their water, losing their heat. People's roofs are caving in, people are slipping, people are dying, people aren't able to drive properly. There is so much going on in Texas right now. It's insane. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to donate or help with the relief fund and any of that type of stuff. I'll leave a link in the description. And my heart goes out to all of you Texans. I hope you're staying safe and I hope that this ends quickly so that we can all get back to normal, because it's not okay the type of jokes that people are making, like, oh, it's really cold where I live, like you should just be able to deal with it, like it's not even that big of a deal, it's colder here. But what people aren't getting through their thick skulls is that Texas isn't equipped to deal with this type of weather. They don't normally experience this type of weather and this type of snow, so their houses aren't built for it, their electricity isn't built for it, their water pipelines aren't built for it, people's pipes are freezing and breaking. Their people are not equipped for this. People don't have the right clothing for it. They're hurting themselves and even dying because they're not equipped to deal with this. And it just bothers me a lot when people are out there making jokes about it or being insensitive towards Texans and all that type of stuff, because I think this is a really serious issue. And if anything, it just proves that climate change is an issue because this shouldn't be happening right now. But anyway, the reason I bring this up is because Haley Pham made some really insensitive Instagram captions regarding the Texas snowstorm. So she made one where she said Texas weather is broken, another where she said, Pete, my previous caption, Texas shut down because we got a snow so order from Homestead so I can pack your orders all day. Homestead is her company. And then this one is the one that really bothered people, where she said, you gotta admit the way the Texans react to snow is pretty wholesome. It's not wholesome what's happening, it's devastating. So there's a lot of controversy around that, and she actually went ahead and deleted the last two Instagram posts, so I can't even read the comments for you guys. So yeah, she deleted those posts. I think she realized what she was saying was just insensitive, and she should just maybe not be making little quirky Instagram captions about the devastating weather conditions in Texas. But anyway, moving on from that, we're going to move on to Bretman Rock. So Bretman Rock did an interview on the Zach Sang show, and he basically called out influencers for collabing during these times, during the pandemic war. And he basically said, you know, if you need to collab with people and you need co-stars, then you're not the star and you're clearly not interesting enough.
Like, a lot of these influencers are getting canceled right now because they're like meeting up with each other and like linking up and like literally doing collabs. And I think it speaks a lot about like the people that are meeting up, because if you were not interesting by yourself and if you think you need co-stars, then sweetie, you're not the star.
And you know, it's weird because he's friends with people who are doing this exact thing. He's friends with like Nikita Dragun, who is doing all the wrong things. We'll get into Nikita Dragun in a little bit. And he's also friends with James Charles, who's been doing a lot of collabs throughout the pandemic. And for some reason, I just wonder if he's still friends with these people, even though he's calling them out, because he still interacts with them on the timeline. And these people are doing the wrong thing and he's the one calling them out for it. So I wonder if Bretman is still friends with them or not. I think it's good that he's calling these people out. I just wish he would put his actions into words and actually hold his friends accountable. It's true, it's not necessary to collab during these times. You built your YouTube channel on your own. I'm sure you can keep it alive on your own. I mean, especially if we're going to speak about someone like James Charles. All of his videos get tons and tons of views anyway. It's not necessary for him to collab. He can still get tons of views without the collaborations. So next up, with regards to the pandemic war, we have Nikita Dragun still not wearing her mask correctly. So I spoke about this in my video where I called out Nikita Dragun for all the problematic things that she's been doing wrong. And one of the things is she does not wear her mask correctly. It's been seen in a lot of paparazzi videos that she just kind of like holds her mask over her face instead of like wearing it and wrapping it around her ears on her face the way a mask is supposed to be worn. she just holds it up like, and she even had a face shield, which was like not even a proper mask, just like a little piece of plastic, and she's just holding in front of her face. But basically, Nikita Dragun, how hard is it for you to wear a mask properly? She even went into a store and they had to give her a mask because the one she had was not adequate enough. Anyway, moving on to Tana Mongeau. So we have a few things to talk about when it comes to Tana Mongeau. We have three things. First of all, Tana Mongeau took a trip to Miami to party on a boat, and she was careful not to post any pictures or stories of it, but that doesn't mean that her friends didn't post pictures or stories of it. And it was seen that she was partying on a boat in Miami during the pandemic era, once again not following the rules, even though she's been called out for it and made an apology about it. So it's like, really, what are you doing, Tana? Get it together. And people speculate that she may be going there because Jake's moved to Miami, but I really hope that they don't ruin Miami like they ruined Los Angeles, because with all these influencers constantly going to Miami, who knows what'll happen when it comes to the pandemic era. But something else people were speaking about is her management. So people were wondering if she was still working with Jordan, because we hadn't seen her with Jordan for a while. If you don't know, Jordan Ramona was her manager. He was very prevalent in the Tana Turns 21 MTV series, which I have a whole reaction to if you want to watch. And people are wondering if she's still working with him or not, but it has been confirmed through this picture of the manager that Tana Mongeau has signed with new management. And people are wondering why, like if there was any beef between her and Jordan, but people don't think there is anymore, because Ashley Schwan, who is Tana Mongeau's best friend, still works with Jordan, which she confirmed in a Q&A video that she recently posted. And why would her friend still be working with Jordan if Jordan and Tana had beef? So apparently we don't think that they do. Who knows? But it's interesting as to why she changed management. I'm really curious as to why she did, but who knows if we'll ever know the answer. Thirdly, the main issue that I want to speak about with Tana Mongeau is Tana Mongeau scamming her fans. So Tana Mongeau recently came out with lingerie, which is very on brand for her because, you know, she does OnlyFans and she's very risque. So I think lingerie is like a good business move, but the way she's going about it is definitely not good. So her lingerie is originally $60, but then she put it down to $30, which is interesting because it was down to $30 the first day it launched. So is that just kind of like a marketing tactic to like say that it's on sale, but originally you were going to charge $30 anyway? So saying it's 60 and then down to 30 is making people more inclined to want to buy it because it's like, ooh, it's on sale, I better get it now, when really 30 is what you were asking for originally. So I think it's possibly a marketing tactic. But anyway, the reason I bring this up is because people have found the exact same lingerie on Shein and on AliExpress. Now I can't show the lingerie, so you'll just have to take my word for it because I don't want to get demonetized, but it is the exact same lingerie on AliExpress and Shein, and they are a fraction of the price. So a lot of people are accusing her of drop shipping, which is where you basically buy really cheap products in, like, say, China, and then you resell them for an upmarked price. And this is all alleged. There's no proof that she's actually drop shipping, but you know what? The proof's in the pudding. So who knows? And also, she also was wearing the same lingerie from Fashion Nova apparently a year ago, and people are basically saying this is a ripoff, this is a scam. Why is your exact same lingerie on all these websites just for a fraction of the price? Is this even really your lingerie? And I just think it's upsetting because Tana Mongeau has the money and the ability to create an awesome product, and especially lingerie would be super on brand for her. But instead she just creates these ripoffs because she knows that her fans will just purchase anything that she sells. So it's pretty sad in that regard. Next up, we're going to move on to the Trisha Paytas drama. So Trisha Paytas is always in drama because she, you know, she calls people out. So she called out Jeffree Star for still using Hair by Jay. So I spoke about this in a video recently that Hair by Jay and Jeffree Star are still working together. Now, if you don't know about the Hair by Jay situation, you must really have been under a rock because this has been an ongoing drama for what feels like ages, but it has been a month. Basically, Hair by Jay is the hairdresser of Jeffree Star, and he said horrible things about Trisha Paytas, which confirmed that Jeffree Star said horrible things about Trisha Paytas too when they went on a Vegas trip a year ago, making fun of her skin, her weight, her job, the fact that she rented her house at the time. And Jeffree Star came out with a tweet saying good morning to everyone except the guy who used to do my hair, basically claiming that he fired him. But now he's in Hair by Jay's stories, and Hair by Jay is taunting people by saying #fired, like making fun of the whole situation, when really it's not funny that you're still working with this person who verbally abused somebody who used to be your friend. And it just goes to show that Jeffree Star really does not stick by his word and isn't actually holding people accountable like he claims he was. And Trisha Paytas came out with a TikTok where she called him out for that.
So everyone's been tagging me in this about Jeffree still using Hair by Jay. Obviously he is. Jeffree's the one who said all those vile things. Jay was just stupid enough to repeat and confirm it online because he's his little minion. But Jeffree is also just as vile, so obviously trash is going to keep trash. He was just trying to save face for a couple days, I guess. If you don't remember Jay, let me remind you of this beautiful human. And these are the people that Shane and Ryland continue to support for that dollar. Ryland and his shitty merch using Jeffree's merch company. But okay, cool. Trash recognize trash. Devil plays with devil. Cool.
In fact, I just went on Instagram and Jeffree Star just posted a picture 5 hours ago from this post where he tagged Hair by Jay in his hair. So clearly he's just going to keep working with him from now on, and that's just the way it's going to be. And yeah, I guess it's it. I guess it is what it is. So I don't know. There's just no loyalty there. But anyway, moving on to Ryland Adams and his podcast. So Trisha Paytas called out Ryland for his podcast. If you don't know, I recently spoke about Ryland's podcast in my previous video. His podcast is The Sip, where he basically wanted to do a rebrand where he stopped talking about tea and drama. But then his merch, which by the way I forgot to mention, his merch is with Killer Merch, which is Jeffree Star's merch company. So he's still working with Jeffree Star. Anyway, we'll get back to that just now. But Trisha Paytas called him out for having tea-related merch with like tea bags and everything, and she was basically like, how are you going to say you're doing a rebrand and you don't want to talk about drama, but then you have tea all over your merch, and how are you still going to work with Killer Merch? And basically, Shane and Jeffree both work with Killer Merch, and they just go to show that they're going to choose Jeffree Star's side every single time because they have a monetary gain when it comes to Jeffree Star. They earn money through him, so they're going to choose him over Trisha. And basically, Trisha says that she would never want to be friends with any of these people again and calls them scum. I'll include the TikTok here.
Ryland on his new podcast saying he's done talking about tea, even though his podcast is called The Sip, because he hates it when people talk about him and Shane. You're just a little mouthpiece in the Shane Dawson realm. Also, the Sip merch is the kind of merch that literally makes me cringe. What is it? What does it mean? Why do you have a tea bag if you're rebranding and no longer spilling tea? Even though that was so unoriginal to begin with, because how many tea podcasts do we really need? Oh, also, it's designed by Killer Merch. You're trash.
But yeah, that's basically it in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all these dramas. And let me know what you think about all the mess in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've not already, please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the post notifications bell so that you never miss another upload from me. If you've not already, all my social media is linked down below if you'd like to go ahead and follow me, as well as the link to my second channel, the link to my merch, the link to my podcast, and the link to my Cameo. Alrighty guys, that's it for me in this video. I hope to see you in my next one. And as always, I hope that you have a great day or night wherever you're in the world. Bye!